members of the media.
Hi, please.
I think our preparations have gone well. After a very tough match and away from home, we're happy to be back at KMC, but we expect a very tough match against a well-coached side, and all our preparations have gone well and we're ready for the match. Every match is different. Every match sets different challenges, and we face a very good side and huge respect for their coach. They've got a clear structure in possession, they've got a clear structure out of possession, and of course they also adapt to teams. They play one way against, for example, a team like Yanga, and they then dominate themselves in other matches. So we know they're coming with a clear plan. We have to be really clear in how we approach the game, which spaces we can use in terms of our attack, where do we want to play the match, which areas they will try to force us in and try to make turnovers, and of course our pressing game, our pressing structure is going to be very detailed, because they build up in a certain way. They try to play from the back, and when they do get it right, they can be very dangerous and create big chances. So we have to be really clear in how we defend, in which area of the field do we defend. Maybe we don't press as high, maybe we sit a bit deeper. That is all in relation to our approach to the match, and we'll only be able to see once the match starts, and we have to adapt very quickly to get certain pressing triggers, certain areas of the pitch where we can allow them to play and where we don't want to allow them to play. We will go for a scan this morning, and we'll get to see the availability. It doesn't look like a big problem, because after the last match immediately went for x-ray and there was no fractures or not anything wrong on that front, but there's still some pain, so we'll have a look today. Kagoma is still out, Mashaka is still out. Those are the major ones. Hamza as well is started to train, but not yet ready and not yet available for the match. So those are the major ones. Other than that, everybody else fit. Yeah, we expect them to. We don't expect them to sit deep. You know, they can have an approach sometimes where they just start to press you high. So we have to be ready for all scenarios. And if they do have the brave approach, they've got a very good coach that a brave coach. A coach that won't just retreat and sit back. There can be a situation where he'll say, let's come and press us, and we have to be prepared for that. If they do decide to sit deep, or sometimes it's not a coach or a team that decides to sit deep, sometimes it's us that are imposing our build-up structures that don't allow them to press us high up the pitch, and we do force them into a low block. It's then our job to be able to find the spaces, to try to manipulate their structure in relation to get behind them or unlock them or pull them out of certain areas of the pitch. But if they do sit completely back in a 5 defense line, in a 6 defense line, with the wingers following fullbacks, or perhaps our fullbacks invert and the wingers coming inside, we have to find a strategy to be able to create chances. And it's very important that we keep our XG high. If we can keep our XG above 2, we will create enough clear-cut moments to be able to score. Like in the last match, where we don't take our chances early, it then becomes difficult. But it's very important that we keep our structure and not resort to getting desperate and kicking long balls and playing off second balls, because that is not really our strength. It's very important that we then manipulate their structure to be able to create clear-cut chances, and that's our job as a technical team, and it's the job of the players once the whistle starts for them to be able to execute. Yeah, it's a difficult pitch, especially if you're not used to it, and you know it's a very small pitch, it's a very narrow pitch, and there's no advantage for us because it's their home ground as well, and they are used to it. They know every inch of the pitch, and I think we have adapted to the pitch as well this season to be able to implement our style. So yeah, and you know it's a battle of the pitches, but also a battle of football, because their coach is very progressive. Their coach is a coach that likes to play from the back and believes in modern football. So it's going to be an important a lesson for our players, how to approach this game, how to execute the details of the match, your tactical approach in relation to with the ball, without the ball. So it's a very interesting match for us to play, and very interesting match for us to prepare. When you analyze teams, you suddenly gain respect for the coach, and they've got a very good coach and a very good team, and we have to be well prepared in the details and execute the details to be able to get the goals to win the match. Yeah, I think the last match posed a challenge, and a challenge of us finding solutions on a difficult pitch, and it's our job to do that. When you create clear-cut moments and high XG chances like we did in the first half, and you don't convert them, it was very important then for us to change the structure slightly and to try to play the game in the second half in their final third, and not allow them to come out with big transitions. So the pressure that we kept on them, that was very important, because if you keep the pressure on them for an extended period, they're about to crack. We was very fortunate or unfortunate, it depends on how you look at it, that we got the goal in the last minute of the game, but that was due to the pressure. You talk about extra time, that we scored the goal in, but then you also talk about time wasted on their side, and they started wasting time. Every goal kick, when you reanalyze the game, 1 minute 30, every time the goalkeeper went down, that they took 1 minute 30 seconds to restart the game after that. And then it got, in the end, it came back to bite them, because if you start wasting time very early, you get extra time in the end, and that's just how football works. Sometimes if you're brave and you take the game to the opponent, fortune favors the brave, and they decided to go that route, and fortunately or unfortunately we got to score in the last second of the game.
Na kwanza alhamdulillah, tunamshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu, wachezaji wote kwa ujumla wako vizuri kama alivyosema mwalimu. Baadhi ya wachezaji aliowataja ndo hatupo nao kwenye mchezo wetu wa kesho. Itakuwa ni ngumu kwa sababu ni watu ambao tunajuana. Yaani mimi wananijua, wao nawajua. Kwa hiyo itakuwa ngumu kucheza na timu ambayo unaijua au mnajuana, mechi inakuwa ni ngumu. Mimi nadhani kila mechi na approach yake. Kwa hiyo tumetoka nje, mwalimu alisema mechi ya nje inakuwa vipi, sasa hivi tuko nyumbani, kwa hiyo na mechi ya nyumbani inakuwa iko vipi. Mimi sidhani kama mechi ya nyumbani tulipata tabu kama mechi tuliyopata tabu ya juzi. Kwa hiyo kila mchezo una approach yake. Mashabiki waje washangilie timu yao, kwa sababu bila wao sisi hatuwezi. Kwa hiyo waje, wao ni wachezaji wa 12 katika uwanja.